Hi, I'm Jason. Welcome to ODRA Operator Training. Today, we'll be reviewing the key sweeper components you'll see during your daily walk-around, what each major system does, and the essential pre-operation inspection steps to perform before starting the sweeper. Here we are with the walk-around and inspection portion of the module that we're going to walk you through on the MT4H. And what we're going to do first is we're going to take a look at our hydraulic tank. We're looking at our hydraulic oil level before we get started. Our filter assembly on the top, we're just making sure that there's no leaks and our assembly is completely tight and together. So we're looking at our hose connections. We're looking for any cracks, loose fittings. And we've got our hydraulic connections all in one central location. We're looking for leaks in our connections here. Just a quick visual inspection. Down in the gutter boom assembly, we're looking at our hydraulic motor connections. We're looking for leaks. We're also looking at our water spray lines, and we're checking our nozzle tips, make sure that the tips are clean and clear of debris and that there's no cracks or chafing or any damage to any of these components. While we're here, we're looking at our gutter broom bristles. We're looking at the length, so we should be 6 inches or more on our bristle length. Anything short of that and you won't get good deflection. The brooms won't perform the way they're intended to. From there, I'm moving into the back of the machine. I'm looking for hardware. I'm looking for loose nuts and bolts, connections, pins in place. I'm also inspecting hoses again. I'm looking for hydraulic cylinder leaks. I'm identifying the lift cable assemblies, that they're in good condition. I'm looking at my drag shoes to make sure that they're straight and not damaged. I'm looking at my trailing arm assemblies, the pivot points. I'm looking for hardware, and I'm looking to make sure that all the components are in the right place. I'm looking at my spring assembly, my rear tank for the water, and then I'm looking at my main broom in the back. I'm looking at a couple of things. I'm looking at bristle length for one. I'm also looking at the bristle tips. I'm looking at the ends to make sure they're no more than a 45-degree angle. If they're more than that, it's going to indicate that the broom has too much contact pattern. So after we've looked at hardware, I'm inspecting my bearings, greasing my bearings, making sure that everything's in contact here, making sure there's no debris present. And then I'll move up to the top of the machine and I'm looking at the drive motor for my elevator assembly. I'm looking at the hose, the connections, the hardware, and I'm looking for my elevator adjustment as I'm performing my walk around. I'm looking at my beacon lights, inspecting for any kind of damage, make sure that they're functioning properly, and then I'm going to move around to the back of the machine. Here on the back of the sweeper, we're looking for material that might be wrapped up on the main broom. So we're looking for any kind of banding material, straps, long, lengthy string, material that would wrap itself around the main broom. What'll happen on the main broom as that material collects is it'll actually tighten up and it'll tear up your bristles to where it's not usable. Also, it creates voids where material is not being moved into the elevator assembly. So the elevator is right in front of this main broom, and it's basically like a dustpan where you're moving the material into the elevator. The elevator is lifting the material up and placing in the hopper for us to recover and dispose of. We're looking for our water tank. We're just inspecting for cracks and leaks, making sure that all of our safety equipment is in good working order in its place. There's no cracks on any of the lenses or any of the lights. So after inspecting your lenses for cracks, moisture, then we're going to step around to the side. On this side of the sweeper, we're going to look at the main broom adjustment assembly to make sure all our hardware is intact, that everything is connected properly. We're going to look at the main broom drive motor when we're looking for any kind of leaks and make sure our connections are tight. We're also looking for any debris that might be wrapped around the motor shaft itself. We're looking for our trailing arms for the main broom and the drag shoe assembly, making sure that our drag shoes are straight and intact, adjusted properly. There's no damage or uneven wear in these components. We're looking for hardware leaks on our hydraulic cylinders. Our elevator assembly is moving material from the ground. It's being thrown in by the main broom, and the elevator is carrying that material up into the hopper and placing there. So we're wanting to make sure that our elevator chain is adjusted properly, which can be seen right here through the sight gauge. We can check our tension, and we actually manage the slack on that elevator assembly. So we're looking for any missing hardware. We're looking for chafed hoses. There's also a water spray assembly. There's 4 spray nozzles on the back spray bar, and we're going to check to make sure all those spray nozzles are in good shape and free of debris. They're not clogged. On our gutter broom, we're doing the same thing as this side. We're checking our linkage. We're checking our bushings. We're making sure all the hardware is intact. We're also checking for all the water connections, our hoses for cracks, and all our connections are intact, and our spray nozzles are free of any debris. On our water assembly, we're making sure that all of our strainers are here, and this is something that would be a daily inspection. We would remove this and you could clean it out, empty it. We're making sure that all the seals are good here and that our main water flow is turned on for sweeping. So here at the auxiliary engine, we're inspecting the radiator assembly for any debris that might be built up, which is very common in such a dirty environment. So a thorough inspection of not only the radiator, but also the hydraulic cooler at this point is absolutely needed before you start to operate the machine. The next thing is we're going to look at our coolant level to make sure that our overflow reservoir is got adequate fluid. After checking your coolant overflow, then we're going to move on to the engine oil level, and we're going to grab the dipstick right here and we're going to check the engine oil level. You've also got the engine oil filter located conveniently right next to it. So here we're at the front of the sweeper, and the last thing we're going to do is we're going to inspect for our spray nozzles underneath the front bumper. There's 5 nozzles. We want to make sure that they're free of debris and that they're clear and spraying a nice clean pattern. Then we're going to inspect our headlights, our windshield, our mirrors, and our safety lights up above. And then at the end of this, we've got our maintenance chart, our checklist that we can refer to for our daily inspections. And this concludes our module on walk around and inspection.